Lakers Nation, what is going on? Because we just got a huge update that completely changes everything we thought we knew about the Lakers and Cam Johnson, and trust me, this is not the update I was expecting, because it turns out Rob Pelinka may have never even had a real chance to trade for him. So before everyone starts blaming the Lakers for missing out, there is something you need to hear that changes the entire story. If you enjoy Lakers content like this, make sure you subscribe, because we are covering every rumor, every trade update and every breaking story all off-season long. So according to Lake Show Life, a lot of Lakers fans have been split on whether Cam Johnson was the right trade target this off-season. Some fans believe the Lakers should have gone all in, while other fans believe giving up assets for him would have been a mistake, and honestly I can understand both sides of the argument. In my opinion, Cam Johnson would have actually been a really solid fit next to Luka Doncic, because one thing this Lakers team still needs is more size on the wing and more shooting. Cam Johnson checks both of those boxes. He is 6'8". He can knock down shots from deep, and having another reliable floor spacer next to Luka could have made the offense even more dangerous. Right now the Lakers have added Quentin Grimes, Zaire Williams, Matisse Thybulle, Jaden Hardy, and they also drafted Cameron Carr. So Rob Pelinka definitely addressed the wing position this summer, but the big question is whether this group is enough to compete for a championship. Quentin Grimes is expected to be one of the team's best perimeter defenders, but he is only 6'5", while Cam Johnson gives you more size at 6'8", and in today's NBA having bigger wings is extremely valuable, especially when you are trying to defend the best players in the Western Conference. Another reason why I like the idea of Cam Johnson is because he is entering the final year of his contract. A lot of people looked at that as a negative because they felt he could leave after one season, but I actually see it differently. If he played well with the Lakers, you could always re-sign him to a new contract, and if things did not work out you could simply let him walk and create more financial flexibility. So to me there really was not as much risk as some people were making it seem. But here is where this story takes a huge turn, because according to NBA insider Michael Scotto from Hoops Hype, multiple NBA teams reached out to the Denver Nuggets about trading for Cam Johnson this offseason, and every single team was turned away. The Nuggets reportedly had no interest in moving him despite all the calls they received. That means the Lakers were never really competing for Cam Johnson in the first place, and if that report is true, then Rob Pelinka could not have made a trade happen no matter how much interest the Lakers had, because Denver simply was not willing to listen. Now let's talk about what a possible trade would have looked like financially. The article mentions that a package built around Jared Vanderbilt and Jake LaRavia could have worked under the salary cap, but from Denver's perspective that probably was never enough. Cam Johnson is simply more valuable to the Nuggets than those two players combined, and even if the Lakers included draft compensation, it still sounds like Denver was not interested. Another problem for the Lakers is that so many players on the roster cannot be traded right now because they were signed recently, which made putting together a realistic trade package even more difficult. Earlier in the offseason there may have been more flexibility, but once the Nuggets decided Cam Johnson was staying, the conversation was basically over. Now here is the interesting part. Cam Johnson is expected to become a free agent next summer. If he has another strong season, this entire conversation could start all over again, and maybe next time the Lakers will actually have a real opportunity to go after him without needing to give up players in a trade. Personally, I think this report clears up a lot of confusion, because for weeks people were wondering why the Lakers never made a serious push, but if Cam Johnson was never available, then there really was nothing Rob Pelinka could do. Sometimes the best trade is the one that was never possible in the first place. Now I want to hear from all of you. Do you think the Lakers missed out on Cam Johnson, or do you think Rob Pelinka made the right move by focusing on the players they actually added? Let me know down below, and if you enjoyed this update, make sure you subscribe, because we have a lot more Lakers news, trade rumors and breaking updates coming very soon.